Hello, hello, hello. How are you? It is Wednesday. It is a winning Wednesday. Hope everybody is doing well. Hope you've had a good day. I'm going to give it some time, trying something new. Yeah, so today was kind of hot. I'm in Maryland for those that watch from other parts of the country and even the world and happen to be watching this on the replay. But I am in Maryland, in outside of the District of Columbia, and today I went out for lunch, which I don't usually do, and I'm glad I did because the rest of the afternoon I did get a little sleepy, got that 3 o'clock slump, but for the most part, it was a pretty good day because I actually had something to break it up in the middle because usually I eat lunch at my desk, and I know I'm my own worst nightmare in HR, and I always tell people to take lunch and take lunch away from your desk, and I've learned I don't always do what I know to do. Isn't that what Paul said? But hey, Miss Brenda. Hi, Dell. Hey, Kurt. So, now that we have a couple people here, I'm going to go ahead and start. So, today is a winning Wednesday, and hi. And I hope that you've had a fabulous day, and I hope that you've had an even better week leading up to today. And hello. And who am I? I am your Victorious Living Life Coach. And I am here for Winning Wednesdays, which is an opportunity to share some midweek encouragement, inspiration, and support. And I wanted to come today to talk about a book that I've been reading. And you know what? I forgot to write the title down. So I'm going to put the title in the comment section today. And I won't forget, but I will put the title in the comment section today. And I think it's called The Game of Life, or Life is a Game, or something to that degree. But it's a really good book, and it's based on biblical principles. And the interesting part about it is that nothing that I'm reading in the book is really new. It's just, oh, thank you. Thanks. It started off as twist earlier this week, and I just haven't felt like twisting it back up, so I just let it be. But yeah, so the book is based on biblical principles, and they're principles of life and of just laws of life and how life operates. So it is a very good book. And again, I'm going to put the title in the comments just so I can get it right. It's on my Kindle. But I wanted to come today to talk about sowing and reaping. And I base all that up with Miss Brenda. Brenda, I'm glad that you're here because I don't know if you remember, but like way back in the day, I did a Bible study on, it's like watch your mouth and the thoughts, and so the interweaving of what we think, what we speak, and what we do. And I'm going to kind of refresh that to a certain degree, only because I need to hear it from myself. Because I did a little study today, and I found out that I deviate a lot from what I know what to do. But anyway, so to take it back to the very basic compound is we are created God created the world by speaking it. So he said, let there be. And there was. He created it. And we are the only creatures that are created in his image and likeness, where we can speak, where we can think, and where we can create. So we are creators too. As you know, women give life, men give life as well, because without that sperm, we wouldn't be able to have babies. And so we are all creators. And out of that, we create in various ways. I would have us believe, I believe that we create in what we speak, what we think, and what we do. And I wanted to come today to talk about that specifically and kind of break down those things. So this is going to be kind of a three-parter, probably a four-parter to pull it all together in the last episode. But it's going today. I'm going to talk about sowing and reaping from the standpoint of what we speak, because it's hugely important. And because we are creators, our words are seeds. And in Isaiah 55:11, the word says that, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall prosper in the thing therewith I sent it. And it basically should do what I asked it to, what I told it, what I instructed it to do. So that's what God said. And because he said that, and because we know that he created the world, we know that that we then can create as well. So our words are seeds. And then in Galatians 4:7, it says that God shall not be mocked. So basically, the word is not going to come back to him. That which whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. So we reap, we sow in with our words, and therefore we reap whatever comes, whatever we speak. And you've heard me talk before to say that I talk to myself, right? And so I did a little study today. I knew this was going to be my topic in some ways, so I kind of watched myself over the course of the day. Woo, honey, I got some work to do. I got some work to do. I've known this, and I haven't always operated in it though. And I'm not surprised, but I'm just a little disappointed. But I know that I can recover from this because I do what I set my mind to do. And I've got some work to do in that cleanup of what I speak. I didn't realize that over the course of the day of me speaking to myself, because when I speak to myself, I not only speak in my mind, but I speak out loud. And so I find myself talking about, what outfits a person has on. So I'm pretty judgmental. I realized that today, that I'm pretty judgmental when it comes to it's the summertime, so we showing that some people are showing a little bit too much flesh, and that's the kind of thing that I'm talking to myself about over the course of the day, right? So I'm looking at her and I'm looking, I wouldn't wear that. She ain't got no friends because they didn't tell her that outfit doesn't work for her, and so I'm talking about myself and I'm saying, you need to do that, or, this, that, and the third. And there's just a whole bunch of things that I speak to myself over the course of the day. And those are seeds that I'm planting. So guess what? Because they're seeds, they're going to come back to me. And I'm going to reap those over the course of my life. So maybe not immediately, but eventually those words that I speak over myself and over others, excuse me, hey Dan, they're eventually going to come back because they're seeds. And so we as individuals that can speak and have the ability to speak whatever we want, we must realize that the words that we speak are seeds, and that we're sowing them into the atmosphere, we're sowing them into our lives, we're sowing them into the lives of other people. And most of all, we're sowing it into our subconscious, which then speaks it back as well, and speaks it back to us directly. So I want to encourage us to be, me, I'm speaking to myself. I want to encourage myself to be a little bit more mindful of what it is that I'm speaking over the course of the day. And change is difficult sometimes, but when you're committed and when you know better, you do better, right? And so this is the part of what I'm coming from today, is that we oftentimes, the word does say that when we stand before the Lord, that we'll be held accountable for every idle word that we've spoken. And that's the idle word that we've spoken about ourselves, about others, about our country, about people in general, about inanimate objects, about this, that, and the third, anything and everything. So some people have often wondered why I was so quiet, and maybe now Maybe now that was why I was so quiet, because it was like, if I'm gonna speak, I want it to be substantial, and I want it to be substantive, and sometimes the words that I've said, and I did it as a study today to kind of be conscious of what it is that I speak, that I've got some work to do. So my encouragement, I'm not getting down on myself. I'm not beating myself up. I am encouraging myself. I am encouraging myself to do differently. And so in my charge for myself, I wanted to offer that to you as well. That when you speak well of not only yourself, your capabilities, who you are, who you be, and what it is that you're capable of doing. Speak well of others in the same way, because the seeds you plant for others are seeds that'll come back to you as well. So think of what you speak as a prayer, right? And so even if you don't believe in God and don't believe in the principles of the Bible, you believe in the principles of the universe, and there's karma, right? And so karma is like a big boomerang. What you throw out there to others comes right back to you. And it's the same thing in sowing and reaping. What you sow is what you reap. And if you think of what you speak as a prayer, then what you're speaking and what you're praying, you pray positive things about yourself, right? You're not going to pray lack and want and need and discord over your own life when you're speaking to God, right? So what we're speaking is actually a prayer. And so when we speak over ourselves, we should speak over ourselves in the positive and in the affirmative. Just like we say affirmations, we're going to say affirmations over ourselves in a positive light. So over ourselves and over others. And then, so that's the first one, the first two. So speak well of ourselves and speak well of others. And then the third is to speak in faith. And when we speak, believe in everything that we're speaking. And so when we are, when we're speaking, let us be mindful that it is a prayer, and that when we speak, it comes back to us. But we also want to believe that what we speak, so that will help us in not speaking idle things about ourselves. So, for example, if we are in a kind of a financial slump, or something's going on, we want to speak in faith that this is a temporary situation, and that it's you are actually prosperous, and you're speaking in faith that prosperity is going to come to you. Because if you don't believe it and you don't think it and you don't operate in faith, then it's really, what you're speaking is really idle. And so if we're operating in faith, then we're letting the words that come out of our mouths not return unto us void, but they shall accomplish therein that thing to which it's sent, and it should prosper in that as well. And when we speak over ourselves and we speak over others and we speak in faith, we're doing exactly what God did. And so we will reap what we sow. And that's what I wanted to come to bring to you today. I think I wrote some other stuff down. Oh, kind of backing up a little bit, talking about the whole limelight of when I was in my AC program, my accomplishment coaching program, they talked about the definition of integrity. It's the alignment of what we think, what we speak, and what we do. And I just chose to talk about the speaking today first, because I did the test of myself speaking and today, and I noticed some things. But yeah, so I want us to practice a little bit more and be more intentional about what it is that we're speaking. So if we imagine that what we're speaking is truly a prayer, because everything we say, if we're not talking directly to another person, obviously we're talking to ourselves and to God and to the Spirit. And so when we speak those things out, they actually are seeds that are planted in the universe and that are planted in the ground and that are planted in the lives of ourselves and others, and they actually come to pass. So if we're intentional about how we start our day, how we set our day, and how we think about ourselves and others, and in the faith that we have in what we're speaking, then that'll help us to be a little bit more conscious of what we're actually saying. So when I continue for the rest of my day and the rest of my week and the rest of my life, I am really going to be more conscious of the prayers that I speak out. And again, if you are not one that believes in the word in Jesus Christ, it's okay. I know you believe in karma. And karma is exactly this biblical principle of what you reap is what you sow. What you sow is what you reap. And if we speak well of ourselves in as if we're saying prayers, if we speak well of ourselves and we speak well of others and we speak in faith that we believe what we say and that we know what we say will actually come to pass, then man, I believe that we'll have some awesome lives, and this will truly be a winning Wednesday. And not only will it be a winning Wednesday, but it will be a thriving Thursday, and it will be a fantastic Friday, and it would be a what can I say for Saturday? Help me out, people. But it would be a stupendous sad no, like, anyway, you know what I mean. But every day is going to be fabulous because of what we think and what we speak and what we do. They're in alignment, they're positive, and we know that those are seeds that are planted in the ground, in the lives of others, in the universe, in the lives of ourselves, and they're eventually going to be seeds that we reap from. So I'm encouraged. I know I got a lot of work to do, but I'm encouraged. I'm encouraged because this is information that I've already known, but it's not. Thank you, Dan. It's Sensational Saturday. So give me something for Sunday. I got a magnificent Monday. I got a terrific Tuesday. I got a winning Wednesday. I got a thriving Thursday. I got a fantastic Friday and a sensational Saturday. So what's up for Sunday? Help me out. Yeah, so I'm excited. I'm actually very encouraged. Awesome. You know, Brenda, I believe that God is just so awesome because when he placed this on my mind and like blew my mind that I know this already, I'm just not doing it. Actually, I was telling your sister, we text every day, and I was telling Dot that, you know, I had to repent this morning because I'm not really connected to God like I know I should be and like I know I could be. Because remember that message from like a couple of months ago when I said, what you looking at? I've been looking at my circumstances and I haven't really recovered from that yet. But, you know, I had to repent of that and really just be honest with the fact that I know a whole bunch of stuff. I know a whole bunch of stuff. I just don't operate in a whole bunch of stuff that I know. And that changes. That it really is. I know I've said that before, but I'm really serious about it this time. And I want to be accountable to you, that I'll report back, you know, because I don't believe I have no business, right? So if anything goes on in my life, I'm going to say, because I'm transparent and I am authentic, you know, and I believe that in order for, if I'm going through it, then that means that somebody else is, and if I don't speak on it, then I am not helping people like I know that I can be. But I know a lot of stuff, I just don't operate in it, and so I want to change that, and I want to do different, I want to be different, and I'm going to start with being a lot more conscious of what I say, and understand that what I say is a prayer, and I will speak well of myself, and I will speak well of others, and I will speak in faith. So those are my 3 takeaways for today. We are created in God's image and likeness. God created the earth, and by speaking it into existence, and the words that come forth out of his mouth will not return unto him void. And so we operate in the same way. And so what we speak are prayers, and what we speak are seeds that go forth, and they multiply, and they give back to us exactly what it is that we've said. And when we want our lives to be different, we'll speak over it differently. When we want our lives to be different, we'll think differently. That's probably the last one. And when we want different in our lives, we'll do different. And that's next week. So thank you so much for joining me today in my lesson of speaking, sowing and reaping in what we speak. And so it's going to be a 4-part series. So today was what we think. Today was what we speak. Next week will be what we do. The week after that will be what we think. And then I'm going to wrap it all up together. And it's not going to be a pretty little bow, but it'll be some tying it all together so that we can do differently in our lives and be differently in our lives. And so we can actually have winning Wednesdays and thriving Thursdays and fantastic Fridays and sensational Saturdays. And we never came up with anything for Sunday, huh? I'll think of something, and if you have an idea, let me know. You can put it in the comments. And yeah, so that's it for today. Any questions, any comments? Thank you so much, Brenda. I so appreciate you my ride or die. Miss Shirley must not know I'm back, because she hasn't popped in, but she might be looking at it on the replay. If you come across this on the replay and you have something for Sunday, shout me out and leave it in the comments. I would greatly appreciate it, and I'll start doing that. I won't have a show on every day. I'll still continue to have my Winning Wednesdays, but we'll speak over our lives for the other days, and we'll create through our prayers and through our speaking a life that we love, and that we will be truly indicative of the people that we truly are. So I hope that you've enjoyed today's message. If you have, thank you for your likes, thank you for your shares, and thank you for watching this evening. And I hope that you have a fantastic rest of the day, rest of the evening. I think I'm about to go to bed because I'm sleepy. And then hope that you have a great supercalifragilisticexpialidocious Sunday. That's a lot. I'm going to stumble over that if maybe I'll just say Super Sunday. How about that? Oprah has her Super Sundays, right? So we're going to have our Super Sundays too. Boom. All right, let me quit playing. But anyway, I hope that you've had a fantastic day. I hope that you enjoyed today's broadcast. If you have, please like, please share, please invite a friend next time. And I will save it, and hopefully it'll come up in my stories, and then it'll come up later. Hey, Eric E, you missed me. I'm done. But anyway, I hope that you all are have a thriving Thursday and a fantastic Friday and a sensational Saturday. End your week strong. Know that you are more than a conqueror. Know that I truly love you and appreciate you for watching. Know that you can do all things through Christ which strengtheneth you. And God willing, I will be back here for another edition of Winning Wednesdays next week. So I will save this, and hopefully it'll come up, and I'll share it on my Victorious Living Life Coach page as well, because I think this is a message that probably, you know how when you're in church, and I'm leaving, I really am. Not want to be those preachers. I'm not going to be before you long and it's an hour later. Okay, that's not me. But yeah, but I think this is probably like when you're in church and the pastor has a message and it continues and they want you to buy the CD. This is free, you don't have to pay for it. But hopefully it'll be a package deal that you'll be able to keep and refer to later, and have it be something that will continue to guide your life and guide your life in a positive direction, so that you can have Winning Wednesdays and thriving Thursdays and fantastic Fridays and sensational Saturdays and super Sundays and marvelous Mondays and terrific Tuesdays. Boom! Mic drop. I'm out. Have a great night. I'll talk to you later.